Chapter 15, The Girl Who Owned a City. Well, Lisa thought, I'll just have to do it alone. But why doesn't anyone see how simple it is and how much fun? Jill had been listening to their argument, and although Lisa couldn't be sure, she guessed that Jill had taken her side. Jill, she said, I think you should go back to Glenbard tomorrow. Katie and Missy must be really afraid without you. You can help Charlie with the planning, very secretly, of course. And then she told Jill about her plans. Jill could help with signals to Lisa on the day of the attack. Tom will wonder why you've suddenly come back to the city. Tell him that I was only wounded that night and that you tried to save my life, but I died. Tell him we talked and I didn't blame him for the shooting. I knew it was just an accident. And tell him you want him to live there under his leadership, to be with Katie and Missy and to run the hospital. I think he'll believe you and let you stay. It must have been 2 o'clock in the morning when Todd returned to the farmhouse. He was very excited as he told them the news. Tom Logan was having trouble running the city. He couldn't convince the citizens that Lisa was safe as hostage. Most of the children thought she was dead. There were many, many rumors. They blamed Tom for her death and were doing everything they could to make his life miserable. He sat up late at night in the lonely chamber trying to figure out what to do next. Ah, Lisa thought, he's learning what it's like to run a city and sit alone in that chamber. But it must be hundreds of times harder for him. The citizens are against him. Todd went on. He treats the children cruelly. He beats the ones who give him trouble, but no one has asked yet about any secret entrances to the city. He beat Charlie last night trying to get him to tell about the secret places, but Charlie wouldn't tell, Lisa. He wouldn't tell, no matter what Logan did. Good for Charlie, Lisa said. There's at least one other person who's not afraid. Good work, Todd. I know you haven't had any sleep, but can you slip back in tonight? I'm not tired, Lisa. What do you want me to do? Good fellow, she said, and then thought, there's another citizen who isn't afraid. Okay, here's what you do next. Go back to the Johanssons' room, sleep there, and wake up tomorrow with them. Tell Charlie that Jill will be coming in during the day and not to believe what she says. She'll tell them I'm dead. We hope Tom will be less suspicious once he learns that and won't notice our work on the 23rd. Then ask Charlie to explain his plan to you so we know what's going on before we meet him at midnight. Todd understood perfectly. He was becoming a good spy. In the darkness, he set off on his new mission. For the next 48 hours, he would have no sleep. Lisa was still confined to the couch, but she felt much better. Her mind, too, was finding new strength, gaining new confidence. Her defeat had made her think more clearly. She knew, at last, the meaning of the word logical, and the old warning, take no chances, was a constant sentry in her mind. She began to think of each problem that confronted her as a new opportunity, a challenge. Defeat had taught her a lesson and strengthened her mind. And what improved her mind, of course, improved her life. Each challenge was exciting, something new to figure out. Take no chances, take no chances. Look at all the possibilities. Mistakes are costly. Be logical. Keep your mind clear. Think, plan, be logical, take no chances. The words ran through her mind over and over and over again as she plotted the new strategy. Lisa had learned the price of carelessness, and with that knowledge came a new clarity of mind. The great king was right, she suddenly realized. When he said that the real fun in life is earning values, he was talking about the most important things in life, like knowledge and love and happiness, not just the things you can touch, like money and cars and stuff. Just look at me, she said to herself. I've lost my city and all its treasures, but it hasn't crushed me. Only my body was hurt, and the city was the only symbol of what I've earned. My mind is clear. My friends are still friends, and my dreams, my plans are not impossible. They become more real every day. What have I lost, really? She asked herself. I've made a mistake, and I'll never make it again. I've learned so much. I'm stronger than ever now, and when I get back to the city, if I earn back the city, then I will be better able to keep it. She stopped suddenly, feeling self-conscious. What have I been saying? Even she couldn't believe that she had found a truth. I'm not even quite 12 years old. It must be a dream. She shook herself, but she couldn't escape the truth. Words. Some were hers, some were the king's, and some were her father's. A part of her ecstasy had its roots in the quiet nights in the chamber while she pondered the special book, and part of it sprang from the fantastic history of the last 19 months. She had plans to make and so very little time. I should stop playing with ideas and get to work. Why am I thinking about earning again? And why would I bring back a vision from the old world? In her memory, the girl was 6 years old and sitting before a meal with her family. The father and mother argued about saying prayers at mealtime. One of them said, "We must be thankful for God for all we have." The other asked, "Why? We should be thankful for our natures, and we can earn our food and be thankful to ourselves and what we have done." Were God and natures the same thing? The little girl wasn't sure. But from that day on, the family had a new table prayer. No, it wasn't really a prayer at all. The family did not fold their hands or bow their heads. They would look calmly and purposefully at each other and say, "As we have earned this food, so must we earn all that is valuable in our lives." Then, somewhat regretfully, Lisa turned to the day's reality once again. Recapturing the city won't be easy, but she was ready for whatever might happen. Another problem to solve, she thought. Lisa reviewed the list of problems that she had faced since the plague. Some of them had led to defeat, but many had ended in victory. For 19 months, she had been in constant motion, finding supplies, planning militias, and she didn't even have time to notice that a windy day in May would have been a great day for kite flying.